Carter Page. According to the Washington Post, the FBI obtained a secret court order in the FISA court to monitor the communications of Carter Page, who was an advisor to Donald Trump. Now, he has not been charged with anything, Pat. There's no indication of whether or not he will be charged with anything. But this is a very consistent theme that we're seeing with the Trump administration and the Trump campaign, more specifically, of relationships with Russians, relationships and communications with that borderline enough for monitoring to take place underneath the FISA warrant.
And Carter Page is certainly at the forefront when it comes to this Russia investigation, because before he joined the Trump campaign, Carter Page was a nobody. He worked for an investment bank, but he also had deep ties to Russia. He always excuses the actions of Vladimir Putin and apologizes for what we do here in the United States. He's lived in Russia for 3 years, and he's willing to testify to panels in the House and Senate. So I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I think it would be a good move for him to do that, particularly because he's not really good when it comes to testimony. He's not really good even when it comes to giving interviews for the media. It's quite hilarious. I don't know if you have that clip.
Yep.
Let's see how he does.
But I'm just asking you straight up, like, just for a straight answer. You're saying I can't confirm or deny. USA Today's reported it. You told one reporter I had no meetings with the Russians. Now you're telling me I had no meetings with the Russians about the things they were talking about. I'm just trying to get a straight answer. Like, did you meet Sergei Kislyak in Cleveland? Did you talk to him?
I'm not going to deny that I talked with him. Although
So you did talk to him.
I will say that I never met him anywhere outside of Cleveland. Let's just say that much.
The only time that you met him was in Cleveland.
That I may have met him possibly it might have been in Cleveland.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay.
I'm sorry. When you see my face, I'm like, wow. So, yeah, I would love for him to testify before Congress because clearly he doesn't do a good job. But one point that I do have to add to this, Pat, is that the presence of a FISA warrant, while it does for the narrative of what's happened in the campaign with Russia, it's relatively easy to get a warrant. I think there's 95% approval of these warrants. So it doesn't mean that he did anything wrong, but Carter Page himself makes himself look like he's done something wrong.
Right, but the FBI would need probable cause to request that.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of debate on the probable cause portion of obtaining a FISA warrant. But I will say this again. Carter Page, whether or not a FISA warrant ever existed, Carter Page looks guilty as hell.
Today's episode of The David Pakman Show is made possible in part by Warby Parker eyeglasses. Warby Parker recently did the right thing and ditched advertising on right-wing conspiracy website Breitbart, pulling their ads off. And you can get the free 5-day home try-on from Warby Parker. Check out their glasses. I use them when I'm not wearing contact lenses. I started with the free at-home trial. They send you 5 pairs of glasses. You see which ones you like. You send them back, and whichever one you pick, they will put your prescription into. I like this because I can actually show the glasses to other people and not have to just decide on the spot like in an eyeglass store. The eyeglass industry is controlled by very few corporations that keep the prices very, very high, even over $300 for prescription glasses. With Warby Parker, they start at just $95. Mine costs that, including lenses. And for every pair sold, they give a pair to someone in need. So to try the 5 pairs and support the David Pakman Show, go to warbyparkertrial.com/TDPS.